Good morning. This is Johnny Jones Jr. Subscribe to my channel. It's Joe John, J-O space J-O-N. Just getting up this morning thinking about it again, bring some insight on the Sonya Massey murder. I'm waking up this morning. This morning is my anniversary. Me and my wife have been married for 45 years today. And I got to wake up this morning, thinking about it, because you can always think about that tragedy that could have been prevented. Yeah, this sheriff, Jack Campbell, I believe his name is Jack Campbell, he should resign. He didn't even do his job. He should have thoroughly did a background check on this officer. This officer was over people. He's a peace officer, He's supposed to serve and protect, and was called out. Sonya Massey called him out. Thought she heard some kind of prowl or somebody outside doing something. Called him out. Let's look at the fact. He came now, he looked all around the house, said he didn't see nobody, and she said she was done, and he kept talking and asking about the car and everything. I don't know how he got in the house, seated up into the house. And as they was talking, she was on the phone talking to somebody, told her to put the phone down, asked her, trampled on her rights, asked her for an ID, which she shouldn't have no business to ask for. And then this partner said something about the pot. He pointed over at the pot. Big incident is the pot. She was never thought about the pot. She didn't have that in her mind. She had never considered the pot. And he gonna send her at the pot. And she picked it up. He was like, he got hot water. Water is never stop, never. You can say put it, you don't want to start a fire. Water prevents fire. Water put out fire. What's hot, what's cold, what's muddy, where it is dirty, it put out fire. But he sent her to that pot and poured down on her. And she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He said, I'll shoot you in your effing face. And she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he pulled up, and she just, she bent down and seen no pot go down to the floor and nothing. And he didn't shoot one time. He didn't shoot 2 times. He shot 3 times. And we focus on Sean Grayson, but focus on that low down, dirty, pitiful piece of partner he had. He didn't try to stop nothing. He drawed down on her too. A poor, helpless little woman. And she never was irate. She never come screaming, sliding, hiding, and throwing stuff. She never raised her voice. Even going down, she said, sorry. She stayed cool, calm, and collected. Both of these officers draw down on her. What is he doing with a job? He ain't got nothing in him to try and stop this, to try and de-escalate this. What's he doing with a job? A low down, dirty, sorry cop. He don't need no job. He didn't try to de-escalate. He didn't try to stop nothing. He drawed down on her too. But still, yet he got a job. These 3 individuals are the cause of it all. First is Jack Campbell. Didn't do his job. Just doing the job of the still investigation. Doing the job of checking out the background. Doing the job of making sure that he got somebody to serve and protect. And then this other fellow went out with him. Pulled the gun on the girl too. On the young lady too. Didn't even try to stop nothing. Who needed him as a partner? Who needed him as a law enforcement? Didn't even go out there to his car shaking and stuff. You could have been stopped there. You wouldn't have to be shaking. If you could have grabbed the gun, pushed it down or something. Said, look, man, you get on to yourself. He done nothing. He tried nothing. He still got his job. The Chief Campbell, you pitiful person. You didn't check him out. You didn't do your job. This pitiful police that were out there with him, went out there on the scene with him, didn't do his job. It's all 3 of y'all fault. I don't tell you, Chief Campbell, you can even sleep good at night. It's pitiful. You just sorry to do your job. I don't say how that policeman that was with Sean Grayson could sleep at night. You sorry piece of a man supposed to be. A man wouldn't let this style stuff happen. A man would have intervened. Didn't intervene. Didn't do nothing. But you still got your job. I think the chief needs to be charged. The fellow out there with him needs to be charged. And Sean Grayson needs to be charged. Because nobody done their job. That man's job was to try and help prevent this here. That's your job. Here I am. Today we married 45 years. Both have a great day, but it's always going to be in my mind. It's not going to be great when you see somebody shot down in cold blood and nobody lift a hand to help. And the man that did it and the man that hired him, is not charged. Yeah, Campbell, I think you should be charged. The fellow went out there with him, the officer went out there with him, you should be charged. You did nothing. How do you feel? How do you feel to be a man? How do you feel to be living? How do you feel to be living? And this, you got to carry this burden with you the rest of your life. You sorry, pitiful piece of a policeman. There's some great officers out there. Some wonderful officers out there. We'll serve them. There's officers out there would have stopped it, would have tried their best, would have put their life on the line for the young lady that was so calm, cool, and collected. Never raised her voice, never did nothing but show cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, I would have done something. You shouldn't even be called the man, you officer, you. You shouldn't even be called an officer. In fact, you should resign. You don't need no job. What, you going to go out with somebody that can do the same thing? Because you didn't do it shaking like you the little coward that you were. You was a coward not to stop it. You was a coward to pull that gun down on her, draw it down on a little helpless lady with a water pot that y'all sent her to the pot. So don't tell me y'all was so scared and so irate and so you wasn't scared. You sent her to the pot. She wasn't a threat. Now she's been hollering, screaming, bucking, sliding, and jumping, and all irate, acting a fool. But you can't prove that. Thank God for video. Thank God for videos. Didn't have that video. Y'all just hit it up on the cousin went on. He been had the opportunity, old Grayson, to do this again. You had the opportunity to engage with him and not help. The other individual need help, and they call you for help. Did you help? Did you help, Sonya Massey? Did you help about not intervening? You didn't even help yourself. You look just as bad as all out dope. You look just as sick. And talking about her, it's bad to wake up 45 years of marriage before that one of the glorious days of your life and still thinking about you officer. You could have been made the difference. You could have tried to stop it anyway, but you didn't. You went along with it, and you still got your job. The old chief, he don't want to get out. He didn't do your job at all. Thoroughly check that background. Make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that this man will do the right thing when he get in a situation like this. But you didn't, Chief. Campbell, I'm opposed. I just don't want to think about you. You should never be able to sleep at night. You should toss and turn at night to hide a loose counter. To hide a loose counter. And then take a face and say, well, they didn't send no paper on that. I didn't ask for the rest of the paper. Well, you are sorry. You shouldn't sleep at night. You didn't ask for it. You could have prevented this. It's on you. It's on the other officer that name ain't been, I hadn't heard his name yet. And it's on Grayson that did it. You three it's on y'all. Y'all got to live with this the rest of your life. Chief, shame on you for not doing your job. Well, I'm going to try to have a good day today. Married 45 years for the most wonderful wife it is. But get up in the morning and just think about this other policeman. I don't see him mention his name too much. But he just is guilty. Because he draw down on her. Just remember, he draw down on her. She wasn't screaming, hollering, bucking, jumping, but you draw down on her. And you got your job. I bet you feel good, don't you? That you got your job, but you shouldn't feel good. You should be somewhere praying to God to help you. Because you failed, Sonya Massey. You fella just as well as the Chief Jack Campbell. It's just so sad. It's sad. All right, this is the conclusion. I just want to bring, insight on this, that this officer should be charged too. He should be. He didn't do nothing to help Sonya Massey. He did nothing to help her. Nothing at all. If anything, he had his gun drawn down. Just remember, officer, you had your gun drawn on a person that was cool, calm, collected. You live with that. You live with that. Somebody need to let people know that he need charging too. All right, then. Subscribe to Joe John, J-O-N, and I'm for right. I mean, look at it as it is. The truth, he didn't do nothing. The other officer didn't draw down on her like Grayson did. But he still got his job. What kind of department is that down there? He still got his job. What kind of sheriff department that he still got his job? Everybody knows you look at the thing, he got his gun on. You pitiful police, all I can say. Pitiful. You the pitifulest man I ever know walked the face of. You was a coward. Didn't help. But how you gonna get scared of shaking? You ought to be ashamed. Shame of yourself. All right, now I'm gonna bring this to a conclusion. I just thought about that this morning, that Jack Campbell, part of it, Sean did the execution, and the other guy didn't stop him or try to prevent it at all. I'm gonna tell you something. I just don't understand why he didn't intervene and try to stop. And then I kind of found out in my mind that might not you as a coward. We don't need cowards on the police force. Get him off. Get him off the sheriff department. It would be better off with him off. If he can't help it, he can't serve and protect. We don't need him. They don't need him down in the camp. All right then. Subscribe to Joe John.